Suzuki became the first Japanese-born player elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Huge congrats, falling one vote shy of unanimous selection. He'll be joined in the class of 2025 by starting pitcher CC Sabathia and closer Billy Wagner. Congrats to all of them, much deserving. Ichiro was named on 393 of 394 ballots. His 99.746% of the Hall of Fame vote is the third highest from Baseball Writers Association of America, trailing only Mariano Rivera, the ultimate closer, and Derek Jeter. Mad Dog, I want to start with you. Thoughts on the one writer not voting for Ichiro?
Yeah, stupid. I'll let Steve scream about that too. I don't quite understand it. Plus, you don't know who the writer is. I don't know what the reason could be. You know, I mean, Jeter didn't get the unanimous either, which is also hard to believe. Mariano, as you said, did. I don't have an answer for you. You know, you're not required to make it a public ballot, so nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to raise their hand. Hey, I'm the one who didn't, you know, come yell at me. So you're probably going to be guesswork here forever. Maybe they just felt that, I don't know. You know, they just thought that since nobody else has done it but Mariano, that you can't put him on that level. I mean, DiMaggio didn't get 100% quality. Maybe, who knows? Historically, they look at it. I thought they did generally a very good job, the writers, this time. I mean, I could quibble on Billy Wagner, but, you know, this is not the day to do it. Sabathia obviously was a horse. Nobody's going to argue with that too much. And, of course, Ichiro is an all-time great. You know, I mean, he was a wonderful player in Japan, a great player here. I don't know what the answer is. You can't make the – first of all, there's so many voters. 394 people vote. That's a lot. You know, the newspapers have 15, 16 guys who vote. You shouldn't have 15, 16. The New York Post has got 13 votes. How could it, I don't understand that. Yeah. 13 votes. I could see 3, 4 votes. 13 guys voting for the Hall of Fame. Yeah. So when you have that many people, Stevie, you're going to have somebody who wants to be different and not say a unanimous vote for a guy like Ichiro.
Well, I have a better question. How the hell is it that we know who has how many votes, but we don't know who voted what?
That's
How about
a good
that?
point, too.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you know that a particular publication has X number of votes, why the hell don't we know who the hell voted and what their vote was? It's cowardly, but it's typical of baseball, and this is the problem. That's why I'm such a fan of Rob Manfred, because he's changing the game, and he's changing it for the better, because he's the first person that I see, even more than Bud Selig and others. He's the first commissioner that I look at and I say is thinking about the interest of the game and its fan base, not the interest of the game and its players. The players play in front of the fans. If the fans don't support the sport, the players don't get the money that they get. They don't have the support as a union that they're going to get if the public turns against you. We all know this. And so for me, I look at a guy like Ichiro, okay? This dude, in 19 years, he only hit 117 home runs. Double digit in the home run category, only 3 of the 19 seasons in Major League Baseball. And nobody worth their salt would question whether or not this dude is a Hall of Famer, one of the most complete players we have ever seen in the history of baseball. We know this. That's why he received all the votes that he received. And one person's holding out. Who the hell is that person? I want their names. Who are they? These weak-ass people that want to have a vote, but that you don't want to let anybody know who you are. Stand up. Justify. When you know when I forgot who it was, I think it was Shaq, they didn't win the MVP. One vote was against them. Well, who was that person? It turned out to be somebody from CNN, if I remember correct. This is a long time ago. I'm just simply saying we knew who it was.
Right.
All right. And somehow, some way, you got to stand up, because the vote, to have the right to vote is a privilege. You have a right to know who that person is and what was your rationale behind being the lone dissenter when everybody associated with Major League Baseball from a voting perspective voted differently than you. You're the only person that felt differently despite a clear Hall of Fame resume. You must justify that. And baseball, it goes a step further, y'all, and this is my problem with baseball. Once again, that's why I'm a fan of Rob Manfred. Baseball's always the last to the party. They want to do things their way. Amphetamines is an issue, and then it isn't. Alcohol is an issue, and then it isn't. Other things are an issue. Steroids became an issue, all right? You know, if it wasn't for Capitol Hill, you understand, forcing and compelling folks to testify.
Steroids would still be there.
It'd still be there, 100%. Right? And what do? Unlike any other sport, Molly, baseball's the one sport that got away for decades decades with telling everybody, we gonna manage ourselves. We'll police ourselves.
Yeah.
Football couldn't do it. Basketball couldn't do it. It ain't a coincidence. Those are predominantly black sports. So no, we can't leave it up to them.
Yeah.
But baseball, America's national pastime, and all this stuff got to operate with impunity. And so that ultimately had to change because they will hold on to tradition and they will hide behind it and let folks get away with it. And they're doing it with the voting now. Again, last time, Rob Manfred, the rule changes, some of the things that he's doing, everything he does to me says to me, I'm thinking about you, fans. I'm thinking about making this game more popular. I'm thinking about ensuring that we don't get lost in the dust to football and basketball. We have a contribution to sports America and in the world of sports, just like everybody else. He pays attention to that, and I applaud him for it.
The person who did not vote for Ichiro probably knew that he was going to be one of maybe a couple. So when he did his ballot, he knew he wasn't voting for Ichiro right then and there. If he said, hey, listen, for whatever the reason, give me a reason, I'm not voting for Ichiro, I could have accepted that.
Right.
But not voting for him and then hiding.
Hiding like a coward, like a wuss.
That I can't accept.
That's unacceptable.